Okay, hi YouTube. I'm now 4 days since my gastric bypass operation at the Spire Murrayfield in the Wirral in Liverpool, which is UK. I don't think anything ever prepares you for the pain that you are actually going to feel. I was unaware of really, my pain threshold isn't too bad because I've had an open cesarean, but I think the wind and the air that gets trapped in your body because they have to blow your stomach up when they do the operation is so painful, and the pain inside it nothing really prepares you, even on a morphine. I was on intravenous morphine, and nothing can prepare you for the pain, in all honesty. I'm now 4 days along, and I finally managed to sleep on my side last night because I can't sleep on sitting up or on my back. So I finally managed to get home, get some sleep, and I feel tons better this morning. So fingers crossed, it now feels like it's worth it. In all honesty, the first 2 to 3 days, I was wondering what the hell I'd done to myself. It honestly didn't feel worth it. I was thinking my life would never be the same again. Why had I given up my favourite thing? My food, really, what had I done? And then I have to be constantly thinking of the positives. Food isn't the be all and end all. You can't sit in all day because you're in too much pain with your joints because you're too heavy. There's too much of life that I want to live with my family, and food can't take that place of that. It can't take the priority. So anyway, to get back onto track, I ended up being in theatre for nearly 5 hours, which was, it's not that anything went wrong, it was just they were doing a lot of procedures on me. So I ended up having the gastric bypass surgery. I had my gallbladder taken out because I already had a small stone, and the surgeons seemed to perceive that it was just going to get worse, and I'd end up having to have it out in 6 months anyway. So they took my gallbladder out, and they also did an umbilical hernia repair, which had been caused by my vertical cesarean, which I'd had in Spain, because they took the staples out too early, and I ended up opening up. So on the previous operation, so that was a problem. So he did say there was a lot of work around the hernia that he had to do to get that repaired properly. So that is actually what's been the most painful, because it's pretty sore, and apparently when they put a mesh in, it can actually be it can irritate the muscle fibers, and it can be quite stingy. So I think that's what's given me the most pain, to be honest. So anybody who's just having a normal gastric bypass, I don't think would be in quite as much pain. That's not to take away what people feel, because pain is pain, and people's tolerances are different. I kept up a poor lady next to me awake all night in HDU because I kept trying to straighten up, and every time I straightened up I was sort of and this poor lady next to me had a mastectomy and a reconstruction, and I just felt that what I was doing to myself was nothing in comparison to what this poor lady had been through, and it was a joke, you know. That's not to take away that what I had was painful, and I did apologise to her in the morning to say, I'm really sorry I kept you awake, and she did say she'd done the same to the person next to her the previous day. But geez, you know, puts life into perspective. So anyway, I can do nothing but praise the Spire Murrayfield 1,000,000%. The nurses were amazing. There was one special nurse, a male nurse called Dave in the HDU, who was just a young lad, a young boy, you know, couldn't have been more than 21, 22, and his conscientiousness was just outstanding. He made sure I was more than comfortable. He constantly asked if I needed more pain medication as soon as it was available to me. He constantly checked my catheter that was draining properly, that he emptied it properly, he measured me, he took my temperature all the time. He made sure I was breathing properly. He helped me calm myself down, breathe well. He was amazing. Everybody on HDU was fantastic. I'm not taking it away from anybody, but that young man has found his vocation, and hats off to him. Thank you so much. Mr. McCall, my surgeon, Mr. McGee, sorry, my surgeon, pardon. Amazing man. He's done a fantastic job. Everything went to plan. Nothing went wrong. I had no complications whatsoever, not even a raised temperature. Nothing. Fantastic. So now I'm on sloppies, basically. I was very parched at first. I was very dry, so obviously they go around with a sponge on the inside of your mouth. I was allowed sips of water, which was fantastic because I was getting a lot of catarrh going down my throat, which was making me gag. So she let me drink sips to try and clear that out my nose. As soon as I got the tube out of my nose, that was made so much better because obviously the catarrh could then go down properly and it wasn't blocking my ability to breathe, because it was actually causing me more difficulty with my oxygen levels than it would have been to have taken the tube out of me to breathe better. So I'm trying really hard to get enough protein down me immediately so my body doesn't go into shock, because obviously you can lose your hair. I know my hair looks horrendous today and I don't really care. Your body can go into shock, you can lose your hair, your nails go terrible, your skin is pretty bad. So I'm trying to deal with these liquid protein shots, but they are absolutely disgusting. So what I found is if I add them to my bottle of water in small amounts, I'm actually getting it down through the whole day, which is making it much easier. But they're 50 grams of protein in one shot, so that on top of my food is really going to make a difference. So please try to do this if you can. It makes a massive difference, because that way you can keep your protein levels straight away. I've got lots of things that I've got to take and do, but I'm going to try and make another film to show you everything. I've got to have my fragment injection and everything every morning, so I will go through all that with you later on when I'm feeling a little bit less sore. That's pretty much all I've got to say. I hope everybody else that had their operation recently that I'm in touch with is fine and okay. I wish you all the best, and I'll get back to you really soon with a weight update. Hopefully it's a good one. God bless all of you, and I really hope everybody's being a big loser.